Do you remember when you were a child and you thought everything was magical? Everything. I mean, anything was possible. Everything was magical. That in itself is the creator moment. That in itself is the energy, the frequency, the mindset, the body language, however you want to phrase it. That is the frequency that creates. Because as a child, you also believe you're limitless. Because society has not placed its boxes around you. You're limitless as a child because you don't know what you don't know. You don't know that you can't do certain things, or someone tells you you can't do certain things. As a child, you don't know the difference between good and bad, or people's perception of what good and bad is. As a child, you haven't been brainwashed with what society tells you you need to be like, look like, speak like, act like. As a child, you don't have society's definition of success, of abundance, of perfection, of flow, of abundance, of peace, of love, of joy. There's no barrier, there's no boundary. As a child, you are the perfect embodiment of the creator. Your cup is open, your cup is overflowing. Your mind is boundless, it is limitless. That is the energy we all need to tap into. That is the energy that I remind myself that I have to tap into on this quote unquote spiritual journey, right? That childlike mentality is what creates. That childlike mentality is what we have to tap into, what I must tap into, what you must tap into to create the limitless abundance that is yours, that you are entitled to, because you, my dear friend, by definition are the creator, because the kingdom of God is within. And when you align with source, everything else flows. You are source. If the kingdom is right here, you are the source. And the source doesn't create with limits. God doesn't create with limits. The creator doesn't create with limits. The universe doesn't create with limits. The only limits that are placed on you, on me, is yourself. So we have to step out of our way to be able to create like a child, where everything, everyone, every location is magical. Every place. And don't get me wrong, I am not perfect in that. I am not good at that. Most of the times I have to remind myself that I have to be illogical in my creation and how things are to manifest in my life so that it actually happens. So I encourage you to do the same. And I encourage you to embrace your childhood. And this is the hard part here. It doesn't have to be hard. I apologize for putting limits on you. It doesn't have to be hard. If you had a great childhood, ease, flow, abundance, wealth, it was just magical. For those of you, I think this mindset's going to be very, very easy. Okay? So go to town. Go do it now. For those of you who had a challenging childhood, where things just didn't go your way and you've blocked it out of your mind, and you know there were childhood traumas that occurred, For you, the path is a little different, because the first place that you have to go into is going back in your mind to your childhood and embracing yourself, making that childhood feel safe, making yourself feel loved and heard and unlimited. So some of that work has to go back to your childhood. And I'll go into more details as to how I've done it in my life. That way you can replicate it with yours. But know that it starts with your childhood and your childlike mentality, your childlike wishes and desires to be able to get the creation that you're craving, that you're yearning for, that you know already exists. And it's kind of the beauty of this. So I hope this helped someone today. I hope it resonates. And I can't wait to hear your stories of what your dreams and wishes are to be created because of your childlike outlook. I hope you're living life wealthier.